This week on Nightly News, we take a trip around Ocala to find out exactly what makes our community so diverse.
Starting off right here at Vanguard, we peek into the life of a senior who speaks a language for every day of the week.
Later, we suit up and take a stab at a sport newly discovered by many Ocalians.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
You're watching Nightly News. Nightly News. Broadcasting what matters. A Vanguard High School student production. With your anchors, Julia Wilson and Will Giberson. Executive producer, Chris Pollock. And a whole team dedicated to bringing you the news. Nightly News starts now. Happy Friday, Vanguard, and welcome to the 13th edition of Nightly News. I'm Julia Wilson.
And I'm Will Giberson.
So, Will, do you think you could translate this entire show into Spanish?
No es posible.
Yeah, but that's one language. Try speaking 7. Reporters Chris Pollock and I venture into the multilingual world of John Ganem.
It's like a buffet for my ears, really.
Черепаха.
It's a way to open your horizons up for the world.
Кролик.
In a time when students often struggle to learn one foreign language, senior John Ganem certainly stands out.
I consider myself fluent in English, Spanish, French, and Russian. The other 3 I'm pretty proficient in is Italian, Arabic, and German.
But like many other experts, John had humble beginnings.
I started Spanish at Howard Middle School in 6th grade, took a semester, and I hated it. I hated Spanish, it was awful.
We went on a lot of Disney cruises around the world to the Baltic and various countries, and he came back with a great intense desire to learn Russian.
It was a roller coaster of culture and language. And so it was like the eye-opening moment in my life, it really was.
John's interest soon turned into an intense desire to learn.
My sophomore year, and I was taking 4 language classes at the same time. It got pretty overwhelming, but I loved it because that's the thing that clicks in my brain.
John just has a grasp of learning foreign languages, loves them.
I would just like to sit down and have him teach me what he knows. He's living my dream too.
As John's dream continues to develop, some unexpected perks have surfaced.
So it was great to take him shopping with you to buy a lot of souvenirs and products and things.
Whenever you know the language of the person in their country, instantly a connection's made. And they always want to drive the price for you because it's like you're their brother. The smile that goes on their face, it's the most rewarding thing you could ever see.
To those around him, the most meaningful result of John's learning is his success.
So I think he shocks me all the time with his talents and whatever he does because I think he's able to do whatever he puts his mind to doing.
I'm just privileged enough to have been able to have taught him a little bit and to have been his mentor for a little while and to say that, yes, he was my student.
Reporting for Nightly News, this is Chris Pollock with Julia Wilson.
Adios, au revoir, arrivederci, до свидания, auf Wiedersehen, ma'as salama. See you later.
Outside of the world of books, we travel from pencils to utensils.
That's right, and we're not just talking about any restaurant. This Japanese favorite has been firing up local taste buds for quite a while. Reporters Emily Merriam and Erica Wood give us the dish on what makes this Japanese steakhouse an Ocala classic.
For the people in Ocala that know about Kotobuki, it's the place they can go for a fun and interactive dinner with friends and family.
As far as the ambiance and to have a good evening, Kotobuki and restaurants like this really bring a lot of the fun and excitement into your meal, It's more than just a meal that they cook and bring out to you. It's an experience.
Kotobuki is also a popular choice among teens.
I've been coming here since I was like a baby. I come here all the time. My favorite restaurant.
If being a guest at Kotobuki isn't enough, maybe working behind the sushi counter will be.
I like to eat sushi, so I've always been interested in it.
The experience gained at Kotobuki is unique to the restaurant and the reason it remains an Ocala tradition.
Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Erica Wood. And I'm Emily Merriam.
Well, it's time for our commercial break.
But on guard, because reporter Johnny Walker gets up close and personal with a sport that's a bit unconventional.
We'll be right back.
I like cookies.
Я люблю печенье.
أنا بحب بسكوت.
मुझे बिस्कुट प्यारे लगते हैं.
Me encantan las galletas.
Mana biscuit bobaveche. Mahal na mahal ko ang galletas.
Hey man, what are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I love it. It's great, man.
Oh, sweet.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, smooth.
By opening up your eyes to the world, the notion of equality and acceptance can be felt through diversity and inclusion. By opening up your hearts to one another, an everlasting bond of friendship can be created. By respecting other cultures, unison can be achieved through diversity and inclusion. And by lighting the match that turns into a flame, so that no matter who you are, you can do one thing for diversity.
I respect people of different cultures. I would learn about other people's culture.
I would keep an open mind to all people and cultures. I would immerse myself into other cultures.
Do one thing
For diversity.
Welcome back. All this talk about language and culture makes me really want to travel more.
You're right, there are so many things that can be learned by experiencing different places, which is exactly what a Vanguard Junior was able to do when he went to the Hobie Conference in Chicago. Reporters Jordan Brown and Savannah Ewers give us a recap of his adventure.
Amal Jithwani, a Vanguard Junior, traveled to Chicago to participate in an international leadership program.
I was selected to co-represent Vanguard High School at the state seminar, and then from there, at the state seminar, I was selected to represent North Florida at the World Leadership Congress, which is where there are students from all over the world who come to Chicago, and we all work together to become better people, to be the change we want to see in the world around us.
This program is called Hobie.
So Hobie stands for Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership, and it was founded in the mid-20th century by Hugh O'Brien, an actor and activist, when he traveled to Africa and wanted to change the world around him. Hobie itself is a series of seminars and programs to help empower youth to become the change in their communities.
But Hobie isn't just about empowerment, it is also about enlightenment, and the people at Hobie encourage its participants to educate others. And the ideals and concepts discussed at Hobie not only work on a small scale, but also at an international level.
Because it brings together people from multiple nations and multiple cultures to become better people and better leaders so that they can be the change that they want to see in the world, of course, but so that we can all focus on problems that pertain not only to one small city or one small part of the world, but to the entire world itself.
Christopher Gilbert once said that pride and power fall when the person falls, but discoveries of truth form legacies that can be built upon for generations. Reporting for Nightly News, this has been Jordan Brown with photographer Savannah Ewers.
You know, one of our reporters took a little adventure of his own this week.
Lucky for us, he came back all in one piece.
You're right. Fencing does seem a little bit more dangerous than your typical sport. Johnny Walker suits up to get to the point of fencing.
On Guard Fencing, the newest club in downtown Ocala, has had a lot of craze in the past month. And this week, we're going to take a look inside what this is all about.
Whenever you think of sports, you think of the typical golf, tennis, volleyball, and football. But when it comes to outsmarting your opponent, fencing is where the attacks are made.
You don't have to be the biggest or the strongest. You have to be the smartest.
You feel like confident and accomplished. Makes you feel good.
However fun fencing may look, it takes a lot of time and effort to strike your opponent correctly. And that's exactly why Philip Vincent opened up On Guard Fencing Club in early 2013.
I just love it because you're outsmarting your opponent and it's very addicting. And because you are focused on your opponent, you don't realize how much hard work it is, but it keeps you in very good physical shape as well.
The roots of fencing began from the French, but was later adopted by the Spanish when it became one of the leading powers of Europe. Starting with épée in 1936, side judges were replaced with an electrical scoring machine that indicated who hit who at that exact moment. Now a popular sport in the Olympics, fencing has brought over 50 countries from around the world to perform every 4 years, and of course, America is one of them.
Now, fencing may look like a difficult sport, but if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Johnny Walker with photographer Emily Merriam, Nightly News.
Well, that wraps up the show for this week, Vanguard.
Don't forget to check us out on nightlynews.org. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all of our latest updates.
Have a fabulous Friday, Vanguard. Throw.
Caught it.
Excuse you.
You're welcome. Like, yeah. Okay, this is really bright, and it's making me squint.
We only have 10 minutes.
Okay. One Piece.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's yeah. Before Johnny Walker shoots up, yes, this week. Okay.
Shh.
Took a little short this week. Okay. Are we doing jellyfish hands?
Squid hands.
Squid. They look like jellyfish to me.
I only have one.